Alright guys, this is Hexen here with another fantasy crypto video. Now there's really not much else to play right now since we are all desperately awaiting the arrival of No Rake Poker, so this will do in the meantime. Now I decided to go ahead and make this live video here where I'm playing fantasy crypto live right now. I'm going to give you a rundown of how I picked my coins, the methods I used to pick those coins, and hopefully this will help you when deciding to pick your coins for your next match. So as you can see right now, I am live in a double up 5 NLC buy-in match, currently at first place. And let me take you to Coinigy, which is the app I use for finding my coins. And I went ahead and started out with Cardano, which is, as you can see where I marked this spot right here, that was my buy-in point. This is around where the match started, and the reason I picked this coin is because as you can see, well, before I get to that point I gotta explain this. Down here at the bottom you can see I have it broken down to 1 hour intervals, which is exactly what you want to do for the 1 hour matches, because you're trying to figure out what's happening in those 1 hour intervals. You don't care about what happened yesterday or the week before. All you want to know is what has happened in the last 8 to 12 hours in those 1 hour intervals. And as you can see, it's been following a downtrend here, but it's been doing a lot of this up, down, up, down, up, down. And I was lucky enough to have caught it right here at the bottom. I figured, well, it's already gone down on its downtrend, it's gonna start shooting up now. And as you can see, a lot of times these coins all tend to do the uptrends for last 1 hour, because if you see from this line right here to this line, that is a 1 hour interval. From this point here to this point here is 1 hour, and as you can see, it did an uptrend for that hour, and then for the next 2 hours it followed a downtrend. Now something I've noticed is that a lot of times you will see that this coins usually tend to do the uptrends for an hour, and then an hour down, hour up, hour down, hour up, hour down. Right now we are in a sideways market, so we're seeing a lot of sideways action in a lot of coins. This one is doing a bit of a downtrend at the moment, but as you can see, it's doing a lot of the up, down, up, down, up, down, with the 1 hour uptrends, 1 hour downtrend, and sometimes they'll do 2 hour downtrends or 2 hour uptrends. You just gotta catch them and work off of that. So I caught it down here at the bottom. I figured, well, it's gonna do a 1 hour uptrend, and so far it's been doing that. So we're gonna see how it continues doing that for the remainder of the hour. My next coin was NEO, so let's see how that's doing. Where the hell is it at? There it is. Okay, as you can see, this one is a little bit more of a sideways trend right now, but right now with this crazy markets that we are experiencing, it's a lot harder to know what the hell's going on, because all this manipulation is getting out of hand. But as you can see, it's doing a lot of that up, down, up, down. So I was fortunate enough to have caught it down here. Now I'm expecting a 1 hour uptrend from this point. So far it's kind of started that, but it hasn't been too strong, so we'll see how it continues for the rest of that hour. My next coin was Ontology. As you can see, this one had a bit of an up spike, and I saw that it hit this floor here at the bottom. I figured it was gonna bounce up from that. This one has gone downwards after that, but it should be going upwards from that, because when I did see that it had good buy support, it kind of weakened in the last 10 minutes or so. It was a bit stronger when I picked the coin, but a lot of things change very quickly, so we'll see how that one does. Now the next one is Engine. Now keep in mind, I went down the list of all these coins. I didn't just pick random coins. I went through everything, and once I saw the most appealing charts that I found, that's where I chose my coins. As you can see, this one right here I liked a lot because I saw that about 7 hours ago it did a huge spike up, and of course when something spikes up brutally, it's gonna come down just as hard. So I noticed it broke this floor here where it shot up from, so I figured, well, it's due for a good bounce back. So I bought in around this point, and as you can see, it's been doing real good from that point on. So I caught this one real well. Hopefully it continues the uptrend for the remainder of the hour, and I think this is going to be probably my most profitable coin out of all the picks I had. Now the next one is Wax. Wax is a coin I do not like for the 1 hour matches because it is a very volatile coin, but I went ahead and took a risk. This is not something I recommend, but I was just feeling a little crazy today, so I decided to do it. As you can see, it's very volatile. It shoots up and then down, up, down, up, down. It's a lot of craziness here, but the one thing I did like about it is that it has very good buy support right now at this moment and very weak sell power, so I decided to take a chance at it and hope that it would shoot out. As of right now, it's not doing much, but we'll see what it does. So that's pretty much the 5 coins I picked. We go back and I'm currently at second now. So as you can see, Engine is right now my best performing coin. As I said before, I'm 0.87% up. In the 1 hour matches, you'll probably shoot up about 1% per coin at the most. If you can hit 1% increase per coin, you did real good. If you're getting 2 or 3% in the negative for any coin, it's because you just did real bad or you just hit a real bad down spike. But as of right now, it looks like I'm doing pretty good. Ontology obviously is doing real bad. I was not able to guess that one properly. I was expecting a bounce back. Let's go back to that chart so I can explain again. I got in at this point expecting a bounce back right here. Since I saw it hit that floor for the 3rd time, I was expecting a bounce, but it kind of broke downwards. So hopefully it recovers from that and we'll see how it does. So currently at second place. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here. No reason in waiting for the remainder of the hour to see what happens. I'll come in at the end of the match and see how I did. And we'll take one last look at all the charts, see if all the coins did exactly what I was expecting them to do. And we'll take it from there. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, welcome back. This is the final results of the double up I was playing. This is a 5 NLC buy-in double up. I ended in first place. My best coin was Engine, as expected, and the rest did okay. Ontology and Neo not so well. By the way, shout out to all the rest of the guys in this table. These are people I see consistently playing this game, so shout out to you guys for being consistent players. And let's go to the live charts now and let's see how my coins did. Let's start out with Cardano or Cardano, however the hell you say it. I prefer anal. So as you can see, I started at the bottom. I was expecting a 1 hour uptrend after this 2 hour downtrend that we saw, and I sure as hell got that uptrend. So I ended up about right here. I got this whole wave of profit during that 1 hour. The next coin is Engine, which was definitely my most profitable coin. I was not expecting this parabolic jump here, but I'll take it. I started here at the bottom after having seen that it did this huge uprise and then it went all the way down and it went below this floor here. I figured, well, a nice 1 hour uptrend was due to follow, but I was not expecting this big rise here, so it ended up helping there at the end. Even without that big spike, I still would have ended alright. So the next coin is Neo. This one, it didn't really perform the way I thought it would. After this downtrend, I was expecting a 1 hour uptrend. It kind of started going down and then it recovered, so I ended up almost close to where I started for maybe a 0.10 increase. How much did I get? No, 0.11 decrease, I mean. Let's see. Then there's Ontology. This one I was expecting to do a bounce back, since I saw that when it did it had the floor here, went up, it hit that floor again, went up again, and then it hit a floor that third time. I was expecting it to bounce back up, but obviously it started going down after that. A professional chart reader probably would have seen that coming, but since I'm not a professional chart reader, or don't consider myself one, I just follow patterns. I figured it was gonna bounce up, and it didn't, so oh well. Regardless, it ended up somewhere around here, so I still ended up profiting. Well, actually it was a small loss, but it wasn't anything drastic, so that saved me. What else am I missing? Wax, the volatile pick, my risky pick. It ended up doing okay with 0.80% increase. Other than that, yeah, this is the strategy I used to win. Well, let's see how my other 2 matches did. I was in other 2 matches. I jumped in at 3 matches at the same time. Let's see how this one did. My head-to-head. Looks like I won this one against Andy. And a 100 NLC buy-in. Won that one too. Okay, so that's pretty much the breakdown. If this strategy did not make any sense to you, if you want it better explained, I do have a 1-hour fantasy crypto strategy games strategy video. If you want to go check that out, I believe it's called the 1-hour fantasy crypto strategy, something like that. Just go look, just look for it in my channel and you'll find it there. I also have a 4-hour and 8-hour strategy video, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. What else? Other than that, that should do it. So that's pretty much the strategy I used to win. It has been doing very good for me. If it's something that you found of value, go ahead and take it, and see you at these matches. Other than that, this is Hexen from Fantasy Crypt, logging out.